Welcome back to Frame 316 Media, where we explore how storytelling, strategy, and AI shape the future of content. So, in our channel, we look at how this shift looks like for brands, for agencies, for creative teams, trying to communicate with consistency and trust. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Frame 316 Media. I'm here with Wendy, the founder of INBRND, and we're going to talk about personal branding and storytelling. She's an expert storyteller, so you guys are going to learn a lot from her. So, hi, Wendy. How are you? Can you talk about INBRND?
Yeah.
So, what does INBRND do?
Yeah, INBRND is a platform to teach people how to design their careers more intentionally. Yeah. So, the framework of career as a brand system.
Why do you think this is important in the space specifically for personal branding?
Yeah, I think that there's not as many solutions out there that are more specific on how to develop long-term brand building. I think there's a lot of tactical things, update your resume, get a better interview, but there's not a lot of, I think, more thinking through how to build your brand long-term and create opportunities for yourself. Yeah.
And when it comes to personal branding, it's always a difficult transition, right? Mm-hmm. Because it's like running into the dark for most people, mm-hmm. right? Like, I don't know where I'm gonna end up, but I have to do this, right? It's like people would have that feeling that I'm stuck in this. I mean, I'm getting paid well, but this is not very fulfilling for me anymore. So those stories of difficulties, how important is it when someone decides to transition to launching a personal brand?
Yeah. I guess the first question that those people should ask themselves is like, does that, where they're at align with their values? Is that who they want to become? I think those are like the initial questions to understand, like, what do you want to be known for as well? Because I think that's tied in with, what is your personal brand in the first place, and what do people tell you when you're not in the room, in a sense, right? So I think with those people, just asking those initial questions first before you dive into like, what do you actually do for your personal brand is really important.
And basically, like, the rule of life is the more challenging your story becomes, the more inspiring it becomes to other people, not just inspiring you. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I would say personally as well, like you going through that and telling that story is also very important. Going through different layoffs and how you overcame that and what did you learn from that, right? So that also becomes your personal brand.
Now let's jump to where everyone is at right now. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about AI.
Yes.
You mentioned you are also exploring AI, right? But in a general sense, what do you think is the value of human storytelling as AI becomes more dominant in terms of conversation, content creation, work production? Yeah.
I mean, you can never replace, I think, like your authentic story. I think that's super important to tell your story. And as your storyteller yourself, I think like one of the best things you can do is the best story you can tell is the story of you, I think.
Yeah.
So very much when I don't know, you can't really replace that human element because it still needs, there's complexity, there's nuances to stories and your unique angle to things and perspective, no one can replace.
Yeah. So going to the storytelling part, right, as part of a framework in running a business, one of my challenge is it's very difficult to present the ROI to my clients.
Okay.
But how would you describe, in terms of how you intend to build INBRND, right? How would you describe that ROI in simple terms? Because clients, it's always about, hey, I spent $1,000. Right? Mm-hmm. When would I get my $1,000 plus? Right? How soon? So how would you have that conversation of ROI? Because in my experience, I have to navigate that, the difficulty, the challenge.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, so measuring ROI, what are the outcomes that person wants? Is it, being able to create more visibility, move into a next promotion, So those are things that INBRND's trying to think about of like, what does that look like 6 months out? And like, with that clear positioning and the way you're telling your story, being able to say like, I'm creating more opportunities from that. I'm landing faster interviews, or, being able to develop more trust faster. So those are the things that we look for.
So basically, you're saying, people should need to be more intentional in their goals. Right?
Yes, definitely.
Because marketing can tend to be, it has a tendency that it can become like vague.
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's like some people, are very dashboard focused in marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are more, on the intangible impact, right?
Right.
So you're saying we need to be more intentional in terms of what do you want, like if we are the clients, right?
Right. Yes, I think so. Yeah. If you can somehow measure that, that'd be, yeah.
But when let's say you have your first client, because your INBRND is a new company, but watch out for her. So when you say, I'm gonna build career as a brand system, right? Does it also work for people who has a successful career, or only for people who wants to transition because I'm bored, right? Or I want something new or something better? But would you also recommend this to, because it can be successful, but doesn't necessarily mean you're in the right place in your life, right?
Okay.
So you think INBRND would also be applicable for those type of people?
Yeah, I mean, I would say INBRND and the career system also can be catered for those who have jobs that are successful in corporate and they're trying to, increase their visibility, or just, find more like alignment with, what they're doing and maybe like things outside their life as well. So, it is actually for also corporate people who have experience and, they're not like transitioning, but they're like looking to, sharpen their story more and things like that.
But do you think their stories will be the same? Or how different would that look like? I'm putting you in the spotlight.
Okay, yeah. I guess their stories would be different. I don't know if they have a big need, but like I think, reflecting on your experiences and some of the things I learned also in the workshop has been like people learn something new about themselves they didn't realize. And I think that's really cool. You can uncover something like, work that you did that was overlooked that, no one ever saw or got officially recognized or approved, but those projects actually become very important maybe later for you to reuse somehow. So,
but these people, right, that you mentioned who are in a process of transition, how do they make sure that it's not just emotion driving them to yeah, because in my experience, again, if the person I'm talking to is just talking out of emotion, it doesn't come across as authentic. It's more like, I'm pleading for, someone to agree with me.
Okay.
So what are the, I wouldn't say red flags, right? But let's say I am in a space where I want to transition to having like a brand as a new career. What would be my checkpoints to make sure this is not just my emotion because I hate my boss or I hate my paycheck, right?
Okay, yeah. What checkpoints someone should think through of like why they should transition?
No, because if I'm gonna do it just out of emotion, it's wrong.
Okay.
How do I determine that I'm not just being emotional, no?
Okay. That's an interesting question. How do you know if you're making a long-term decision on the pivot you're making?
Not just based on emotion.
Not based on emotion. Okay.
Because you're gonna fail if.
Yeah.
That's the rule of life. If you do something just out of your emotion, like a major decision in life,
right,
without the mind, just my emotion,
right, yeah,
it might be fun for 2 weeks, but right.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. If I was going to coach someone on, a possible pivot and then, if they think it's the right one for them, I guess what was not working before that they're unhappy with, probably ask, and is that next step that they want to take the right one? I'm not here telling what's right or wrong, but I mean, I guess we try to take an inventory of like what was not working or was working, and why do you even want to make a change? Maybe you don't need a change. And so, I mean, what's the realistic, like, I guess, like bigger reward you're trying to get, or what was not satisfying before? I would say that. So yeah, you're not just impulsive, like, oh, I just want to completely change, to different professions. But yeah.
Yeah, I've done some coaching myself, and the question that I would always throw to such people is like, would you have ownership to failure in case you fail?
Yeah, that's a good
that
question.
wakes them up.
Right. Yeah.
When they hear the word failure,
that's really good.
Right?
Yeah.
Because the thing about if you're doing something right, a decision, a pivot, a change in career, or launching a business, you need to have ownership, not just about ownership of the success, but also of the failure, right? So when I ask those questions,
that's
like,
good. Yeah.
Let me sleep on this
Yeah,
for
definitely.
2 weeks, and then I'm gonna talk to you again.
Nice.
And again, that's where all the stories would be embedded in all these conversation in coaching. You are a better coach than me. I would say that, right? In terms of coaching, I do coaching because there's a need, or if they ask me, I try my best. But storytelling as part of these conversations, I guess, is very not just important, it's foundational, right? So INBRND, in its foundation right now, you're planting roots. Are you based in San Jose or where?
I'm based in Newark,
Newark.
in the East Bay.
So who will be your target demo, area?
Area. I mean, the Bay
Alameda.
Area.
The whole Bay Area.
I mean, the Bay Area, essentially.
As long as there's an ocean, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if people want to work with you, where can they find you? Right now, you don't have anything yet.
I know.
But right now, if someone is watching this and let's say you don't have a website, how can they find you? Yeah.
The best place is probably LinkedIn. You can search either INBRND or my name.
But take note, INBRND is INBRND.
Yes, correct.
Is there a reason why you took out A?
It looks more editorial in a sense, and so
I like it actually.
Okay.
I imagine it in a T-shirt.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah. Well, I want the brand to look very like editorial, premium, and so we're working on a website actually. So hopefully to launch in September. So pretty soon, in 2 months. Yeah.
It's already August.
Yes, I know. Yeah, in progress. So.
Anyway, thank you, Wendy, for joining us on this impromptu podcast. Actually, I just finished doing an interview for her content engine, and I realized I don't want to miss the opportunity because a lot of the stories that she shared during the interview resonated with how I also operate as a brand, and I really believe that in the age of AI, storytelling is a career, is a skill set that's gonna be super it will be your superpower. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I
so
100%.
good luck on INBRND, and we hope to
Thanks so much, Robert, for
see
having me.
you. Right?
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching, and if you learned something from this episode, please subscribe. Also follow INBRND. Watch out for her YouTube, LinkedIn, social media, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know if you're gonna do TikTok, right?
Yeah, we don't know yet.
Thanks for watching Frame 316 Media. Subscribe for more insights on AI-assisted content systems, strategic storytelling, and the future of brand communication.